with Mocienne Petit Jackson. I am standing here in Amsterdam in a graveyard near my sister's grave. And this piece is all with, there are nobodies here, not this part. And just wanted to show you this amazing landscape of Amsterdam. A little bit outside Amsterdam. I was just here and I was thinking, wow, this is so beautiful. My sister de France, she's lying here, and it's summer and I'm here in my white dress, and it's very hot. It's really, really extremely hot outside for September, and I'm just walking here. I just wanted to show you this amazing landscape with the birds and everything. Gonna put my bag a little bit away from me. I have my slippers on. Ooh, look at the birds. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a dike. And then you have here this green landscape. And here you have the Spar road there. And a lot of birds you see here. And I think they're gonna make this bigger, I think, because all the space between. So see the train. When I come to see my sister's grave, I always take the time because it's really a grieving process for me. And I'm so happy that she chose to be buried because it gives me a place where I can go and grieve about her death. My sister was raped in the family when she was very young, and she never attacked on the family. She rejected the family when she was adopted. I mean, how can you love someone where you are being raped and being abused, being beaten? The way that my sister suffered, I try to save her in every way that I could. I really tried. For 6 years, I tried to save my sister with everything that was in my power to do so. Have to be careful, not falling. I wanted to run away with my sister de France, but she didn't run. She was scared. Later on, when I left the abusing adopted family, she also left. And the child protection didn't work enough to bring us together. You know, they quite separate us. You know, they didn't do nothing to keep our relationship standing. When I was in court in 2004, fighting for my son, the father of my child, he contacted the family who have raped me, where I was legally separated from them as their sister, as their daughter. The father of my son, Joshua, he contacted them, you know, because he wanted to show the judge what a bad daughter I was, ungrateful person, that I finished my adoption. And the judge was really good to me. First of all, the judge said my son needed to come back to me. And second of all, he said to my ex, if you ever dare to play this kind of game again about the private life of your ex, I will put you in jail. So my ex contacted the people who raped me, the people who beat me, and the people who I was legally divorced from in the name of law. He contacted them, and so my sister Daily Funds, he even went so far. I'm crying, sorry. He even went so far that he gave my number to all of them. Can you imagine being raped there, being abused, legally going to the legal separation that I no longer want to be their family, and then he just give my number to everyone who wants. So anyway, my sister Daily Funds, she had my number, and we talked on the phone, and I said to her that I was going through a very hard time, and that I needed to deal with the father of my son. I mean, there was the guy who have been abusing me for years with his alcoholic drug behavior. Let me show you this imagery from the ocean. Beautiful. And then my sister contacting me while my world was really going down. I mean, ending an adoption, the procedures of going to court is an absolutely trauma. It's a trauma. It's painful. And but the judge were convinced that me and my sister were raped and abused in their family, so the adoption was ended. And then I had just finished my legal fighting about my identity, about my age. So I was in huge legal fights while being a single mother, dealing with a drug addict ex who did everything to just break me apart. My sister, who have been very abused as a child, who I have always defended with my life, made contact with me. So I knew if I was going to have contact with her problems, that will be the end of me. I felt I was going to die if I had to, because Daily France, she's my sister, I love her, she's my life, but she had her problems, and I knew if I was going to have contact with her, I will feel the big sister again, and I had to go and save her again, one or the other way. And my feelings was right, because on that moment, my sister Daily France was having a relationship with Mustafa, the footballer, who was going to abuse her heavily, and she was going to lose her daughter, Emanuela, and so I knew problem was coming, and I knew that I couldn't handle it. I knew that I had to take care of myself, and plus I wanted to have my privacy. And my sister, she loved me very much, but she loved herself more, and that was because she was raped. She was a very tough Haitian woman, really tough, my way or the bleep 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 highway, and I loved that about her. But I knew in this time I had to protect my child, and I had to fight the systems around with the child protection surrounding my son Joshua, and I couldn't use it now. I knew. So I said to my sister, I loved her very much. I said, I love you so much, but I'm going through a divorce, and I need to survive that right now. And in 2007, I was ready to contact 2006, I was ready to contact my sister. And then I lost my email, and I lost my telephone number because of a huge telephone company really screwed me up. They even lost the lawsuit, but in that moment I already lost my sister's number. And then I knew before the telephone company closed my phone, my sister tried to reach me. and I couldn't call her back because I was disconnected. I lost my telephone books. You know how it goes. Sometimes universe is working against you. So I felt that the universe was working against me. And so I lost my sister's number. And then Lehman Brothers went bankruptcy. I lost my house in that process, so I had to go to court for that. And then my father, Michael Jackson, was murdered in 2009. You know, my sister could follow in the news that I was very busy proving my case. Getting emotional. Getting so emotional. Problem breathing. So, my father was murdered, and I had to go to America doing the lawsuit. And what happened in that year, my sister, Daddy Fons, was pregnant again. This time the pregnancy went well, but I became world news as a secret daughter of Michael Jackson. Something that she couldn't know because she was so young. She was only 4 years old. She was 3. She was going to be 4 years old when she was kidnapped. So she didn't have a lot of memories with my father, Michael Jackson, as I did. And so I knew my sister would be shocked about this whole situation. And I really needed to finish this legal stuff. You know, different between me and Daily Funds was I was very into administration. You know, I legally separated from my adopted parents because if I die, I did not want my son to be around my rapers, family members that rape us. I didn't want my son to be around that. Daily Funds, my sister, she didn't take care of this paperwork. So what happened is, when she was murdered in 2014, her child became a part of the pedophile family where she was raped, and I had to go to court on that. So Daily Font and I, we were very different in that kind of stuff. She was more easy and laid back, and I was more to the point. You know, if I die tomorrow, this need to be taken care of, that need to be taken care of. I need to go to court, I need to fix this. And I was more a businesswoman than she was. She was also a businesswoman in her own rights. She was more like live the day, relax, and it's really fun to be with her. You know, she doesn't stress up. She never stress up. Daily fun. She get angry, and when she get angry, she really get mad, and she can be really a bitch, and she can really attack you. She can really give you a spank. But I'm not like that. I will not get that mad that I'm going to spank you. I'm going to think about laws, how I can hurt you. You know, I'm a diplomatic fighter, while my sister was more physical. She was really the African Haitian woman, like, what? You don't like what I do? Bang, bang. And while I was thinking, okay, I don't like what you do, I need to think legally what am I going to do to you. So that was the difference between my sister and me, and being different is really nice, and I really love that about her. But when she died, her child became a victim of the child protection, just like we were, because the child protection allowed her child to be around the people who raped us as a child, because my sister didn't take care of her business, and legally I was no longer her sister by law because the ending of the adoption. So there is a hole in the law that prevent me that I could take care of her child. And there was a hole in the law that prevent me to be her sister, to have a saying. So for this traumatic experience, I'm going to court. I'm going to court. I'm going to court. In 2023, I will be in court telling them and asking the Dutch government what the fuck they think they are doing to take away my only family member in the Netherlands that I was kidnapped with in the papers was my sister, and now saying she's no longer my sister. So so that I'm saying Michael Jackson is my father is so not important. In this case, it's not important. It's important when I go to court with the Jacksons for what the hell they did to me and to my sister, to their niece, because Daily France, my sister, my niece Daily France, she's by DNA. She's a family member of Katharine Jackson in DNA. So in DNA, she is Katharine Jackson, third niece, and she's family. She's family. She's not from the Jackson side, but she's family. She's not from Joe Jackson's side. No, she's from Katharine's side of the family. And when I go to court with the Jacksons, they need to explain to me why. I'm still picking up this kind of things. Maybe I have 3 now. So this drama happened, and I believe in God, I believe in God, Jesus, Buddha, and I believe that this was meant to be. I believe this was meant to be. I believe it was God, Buddha choice, Allah choice, that me and my sister, we didn't come together. And I think her dying, crying, I think her dying have prevent her for a lot of suffering. I think she may have suffered more and more and more because, she was fighting some kind of violence in her life. And I need to have more investigation surrounding her death. And this is also why I'm recording all this YouTube channel, because if I die, people can know about what was in my mind, what I was thinking, because I'm not going to die without my words being spoken out. The government need to do more work about this precision way that my sister died, murdered. The police believe she was murdered. They believe it, but they say because of the autopsy, we cannot prove it that she was murdered. She was poisoned. So because of autopsy, so they were not happy at all. I think the person who signed her death certificate was amazing, was an absolutely amazing human being. So I'm very happy it's his name. I spoke to him. It was very, I felt very blessed to have talked to him. It was very healing for me to have talked to him. I think that my ex-adopted parents, I think they thought that I would go to the funeral of my sister, but I didn't go because I didn't want to see the people who have raped her when she was 4 and who have raped me when I was 9. I didn't want to come to face with that family member. I divorced them because I didn't want to deal with them. I mean, it was horrible for me to be in court in 2015 and that my sister's daughter was going to be near the people who raped us as a child. They never had punishment. They never went to court. They just run away with it. They are all woman abusers, mental, physically, mental woman abusers. So they grow up. They were very young when they rape us. They were very young when they abused us. They became older, and they just became really big, huge pedophiles, woman abusers. And of course, their marriage didn't stand. Their girlfriends run away because Daily Front and I, we went through hell. And the child protection is to blame that they could continuing abusing and raping other women because they never get treated. They never treated for their crime. They never get punishment for their crime. So I believe in God in a way that God have decided things to really protect my life. And I know that God knows that I was going to be very upset, not getting old with my sister, not doing the things that I would love to do with my sister, but it decided that way. And for me, that my sister is buried here, and that I can grieve about her, that I can love her for the rest of my life in memory of her, it means the world to me. It means absolutely the world to me that I can go to her grave, that I can cry near her grave, that I can have a feeling that she's still here, because I couldn't save her. No matter what I did, no matter how hard I would try, I would not have saved it. I know if I had to go into the drama of my sister, I would probably have killed myself. I would have absolutely killed myself, because I came to a point when I was young, like, I'm going to kill you all for touching me, hurting me. And I decided, you know what? I don't want to deal with these people. It's not good for me. And this is why I run away far from them and I build up my own life. Even I met the father of my child, who was very abusive, very no good to me and no good for my son. I still feel I did my best in my life. I still feel I have done the best that I could in my life. And I'm really proud with that. There is no day that I go by that I'm proud and that I have a beautiful son, and I'm proud that I divorced these horrible people, that if anything happened to me, they cannot touch my son, they cannot touch my body, nothing. They are not welcome on my funeral. They are not welcome to know where I'm buried. Nowhere. Just, they're out. For law, they're out. And I was so proud with that. And my sister, she didn't do the thing that I did to get rid of these people. She was different than me. And I don't blame her for anything. I don't blame my sister for nothing. I don't blame my sister for nothing. I only love her. And I'm so proud of her, how the way she deals with things in her life that she had to deal with. To me, my sister is just amazing. To me, my sister is just brave warrior who survived a crime that have been done to me, because there was no child protection protecting us. The child protection is so crazy that they even allowed her child to be near the people who rape us, abuse us, because my sister did not legally divorce these people. I mean, how horrible can it be? How more horrible can it be? It cannot be more horrible than that. There's no other way that it can be more horrible that way. And I'm very proud that my sister survived it all. She survived it because she made a success out of her life. And that's what I really want to say. And I am proud that I love her. I'm proud that I gave 6 years of my life to protect her while I was a kid. I was just a kid, protecting a kid with my life. With everything I had, I was protecting her. I was taking the beating. I was even saying, you know what? Rape me. Do not rape my sister. If you want to do bad with me. I mean, I did it. And the child protection, they never came to help us. Even they knew the problem, they didn't do anything. They just drop us. They just drop us. We were the problem, you know. They didn't even care. My sister have been aggressive all her life. And you know what? That is not strange. If you realize what have happened to her, they have done to her, it's absolutely normal that my sister was a very aggressive person when she became an adult. Because she had to fight for herself. And she was standing totally alone in this. And my sister did an amazing job, studying, doing the best with her talent. She accomplished so much. And she was a wonderful single mom. She really loved guys, not all the guys, but she didn't become a man hater, you know. She loved her African Haitian roots. She was just amazing. This is my sister's grave, and I'm going to say goodbye now. And this is the grave of her daughter, Emmanuel. She died. I'm so proud with my sister. My sister died at 33, being a mother of two children, two daughters. I'm so proud with her. I'm so proud of how she accomplished to stay happy and fight for her life. Just imagine being raped at 4 years old and still accomplished to have 2 school diplomas, having trust in men, becoming a mother of the love of your life, even he was an abusive asshole. She did it. She still put her faith in man. And she keep life. She stayed positive. My sister was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. She was absolutely phenomenal. And I'm so proud with her. So it was my sister. It's my sister's grave. This is the grave of her daughter, Emanuela. And I want to say goodbye. I want to say goodbye. It was in loving memory of my sister, Daily France. And to my niece, Emanuela, loving memory. We are more than just children. We are strong, independent, brave women. That's what we are. And my sister, have give the best in life. And for me, her kindness, sweetness, her strongness, her proudness, you know, she survived. She survived brutal rape since she was 4 years old. And she made something incredible of her short life. And I'm so proud to call myself her sister. And she deserved better. She deserved a better life. It was Mocienne Petit Jackson. Thank you for watching my channel, and bye-bye.